Believe Nation, we're doing one last live. Wait, do I have another live today, Nina? No, right? One last live. I got other podcasts and stuff happening today, but one last live. Excited to be here with you. Happy Thursday. Today has been just a amazing day full of amazing people. And man, I love Thursdays. I really love having one day to just pile everything in and bring value and help people. I don't know if you guys saw my last video where I was coaching. Just amazing stuff. So I'm looking for, is Tyrell in the house? Tyrell, we're supposed to have a quick conversation here today. We'll see. We'll there he is. I see Tyrell Jones. All right, let's bring him in. And, let's see how I can help. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday.
What's up? What's up, Ev? How you feel?
Good, man. How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing amazing considering this quarantine, but we making it work though.
Where are you? Where are you based? Where's home?
So I am New York City.
Okay.
And just here working from home and working on a business, with the wife, and that's it.
Did it snow for you guys today?
No, it did not. It's actually nice out right now.
Oh, I'm in Toronto, Canada. I'm not that far from you, but we had snow today. It's crazy. It's like, it's April, guys.
Really? Wait, what?
Look at this snow. Yeah, I don't know. Although usually in the winter, you guys get destroyed way worse than we do for the snowfall. But anyway, today's kind of wonky.
I'm in Staten Island.
All right, What do we got? How can I help? Well, how can I be of service? What do you got for me, man?
All right, my brother Ed. Well, first, I just want to give you a thanks of, for continuously, being there, giving value. I don't know if you remember, you came on one of my calls last year, the beginning of last year, right before you went on tour. And I was in my car, and you spoke to the group and showed us how to explode our YouTube channel. And, it's a blessing, man. So, I've been rocking out with you for years, though, since you first had your 6,000 subscribers. So,
wow.
Bless you.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's OG, dude. You're OG. Dude, okay, so listen. Yeah. Go ahead. No.
I was going to say, I remember when I first started watching your stuff, like, years ago. And I was like, you know what? I should really get on YouTube, and I should take this YouTube thing seriously. And it's so funny. I love just seeing you've been consistent over the years, and it's just been great. So now I'm like, nah, I got to get on it. It's so good.
so it's April. Today's April 16th, right? April 16th, I think. On April 14th, 2009 was my first video. So this is like the 11th year anniversary of the first video going up on YouTube, and for me. And if you were first 6,000, we're at 2.2 or something now. So you're pretty OG.
I'm OG. That's it.
I love it, dude. I love it. All
right. So what I got is what I do is I help coaches and speakers be able to monetize their mission, right? So whatever that looks like. Typically speaking, doing online coaching, courses, things of that nature as well, right? Monetize their advice.
Love it.
One of the things, we're in a unique time right now with the COVID-19 and everything. One of the things that I'm looking towards is doing more online trainings. Yeah. Right. And then from the online trainings, I want to be able to convert the people from those trainings to be able to become clients. Because I have a weekly coaching program where I'm helping them social media, build it, basically, group coaching program. My question is, what would you do right now in terms of inviting people and getting more people on the trainings? And so you can be able to provide that value, of course, but then also have an opportunity to, introduce them into my program.
The first thing I would do is go to every one of my current and past clients. How long have you been doing this?
For about 5 years.
Okay, so everybody in the past 5 years, and say now is the time to create an online course. And I'd love to help you do it. Speakers are dead right now. Like, if that's the main business, there's nothing. I mean, all my gigs got canceled. Some people are moving to online stuff, but most people are just postponing or canceling their events. If you're talking about the paid, like if you help people monetize, the paid events are all canceled. Most people are not doing online versions of them. So not many speakers are getting paid to do virtual stuff right now.
Yeah.
So they're at home, and 90% of I was talking to the guy yesterday, super successful author, sold 1 million+ books. 90% of his business is gone, because how you make money is not off. You don't make money off of this, guys.
Right, exactly.
It's not off the book, right? He was speaking. That was his thing. And so that's how he's making all his cash. And now it's all gone. So now's the time for you to reach out and say, here's the problem. You need to have you have to have an online course. You need to teach people in the course how to do the things that you teach in your books and in your speaking gigs. They're not doing anything. They're sitting at home trying to build their relationships and going on Instagram Live and like trying to create content and stuff that's super out of their comfort zone. And they don't want to be doing either. But they realize like now is the chance to show them your business is vulnerable. Look how your business just evaporated. And I want to bulletproof your company and give you recurring, ongoing revenue by creating a course where you're going to talk about what you already are great at talking about.
Right.
And you spend this time, because, I mean, you know, in creating the course, it's so much time in planning and preparation. Forget about shooting it, just in terms of creating the modules, which then you're going to help with right now. What are they doing right now? They should be, they should be making the modules for their course that they're going to get paid however much, 500, 1,000, 2,000, or $50 a month for their program. So
would you recommend, so right now, would you recommending doing more coaching or trying to get coaching clients, or more create your online course and then attract people to buy the online course?
I would consider both. I think for you, the better opportunity is to create the course, and the coaching can even be a part of it in that if they buy the course or if they pre-order the course, you get a 25-minute Instagram Live with me to answer any questions you've got. And then you can also download that, and that's bonus material in the course. Right? Like if I was making a course on marketing, I could download this Instagram Live after and say, hey, here's how you market during a crisis, or here's how you market as a speaker.
Right.
That this is a one-time event that's happening here, but I could download it, and then that's bonus content for signing up for my course. Right?
You know, it's funny. I got a camera right here that's recording this. It's recording this too. So.
Use it, dude. Use it. Download this after. Use it for yourself. It's great. Put it in your vlog, whatever. But as you're doing coaching, you say, hey, they can launch it to their audience. Say, hey, I'm launching a new course. It's going to come out in 6 months. But anybody who does it, who buys now, who pre-orders right now, also gets a 25-minute one-on-one Instagram Live with me, where I'm going to coach you through whatever you need help with. And it's also going to inspire other people with your story.
You know, I got right now, I actually have a certification course. And this is actually one of the other things, for some reason, it's kind of hard for me to really figure out how I'm going to market this. But so I have a online weekly group coaching program. I have a certification course, right? And then I do a live boot camp, right? So anytime I'm marketing it, a lot of times I'm pushing the group. But, you know, when I look at your stuff, when I look at, you know, other thought leaders, sometimes I'm seeing you pushing it as a program, and then it's almost as the live comes as a extra component of it or a bonus with it, and it seems like the on-demand part seems to be more of the showcase.
How most people do it is with like a entry-level product that's cheap, that just gets people exposed to you, and then it's in the follow-up that you pitch the group. So step one isn't the group. How much is your group? What are the people paying?
Yeah, on $149 a month.
Yeah, that's a high price point for somebody who doesn't know you or what you're up to. So your goal is launch something that is cheaper. That's why people do the free book. That's why Russell's got his free book, and Dean's got his free book, and Brendan, all these got free book.
Right.
Because it's free, it's value in the book. It's not just something they threw together. There's a lot of effort that went into it. But then once you buy the book, you're going to get their email sequence to get them into their membership program. But you don't see Brendan Burchard promoting his membership program anywhere. There's no ad for his membership program.
Right. It's not even on his website. Right.
No, it is
on his website now. It was a point in time it wasn't. Yeah.
But he's marketing to his email list that comes from people who buy the book. So $149 is an expensive entry point for somebody who's not quite sure. So what's the entry point into it before that? That is free, that has value, like a book, or like $7 or $15 because it's free plus shipping, right? They have to pay shipping to get. It's usually like $7-8 shipping, even though that only costs like $3.50 or whatever to get it at.
So would you recommend the trainings? Because my lowest right now. So those are the products. I do have a book, but it's more personal. It's not. It's more of a planner, and I could use the planner as an entry level point. It's $40 for the planner, right?
Do you help them create a course?
Yeah, I can. So what I do is each and every, kind of like how we got the session set up, right, in a group, how you do in a Facebook group, right? But we're on Zoom, and every single week is a different topic, right?
How many of the people in your because obviously at the beginning everybody's kind of start up and they want to make money doing speaking and writing, but they're not making money yet doing speaking and writing, right? Exactly. So that's fine. You help them build their platform and then get them gigs and stuff. But how many people do you think are actually financially successful and have been paid to do at least a 4-figure speaking gig?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a low percentage, very low percentage. Yeah.
Okay.
I say less than 10% maybe.
But even that, if you had 5%, that would be like, for you right now, that would be my immediate priority, is hooking up with those 5% of people and saying, I want to help you create a course. And that's what you spend your next 3 months doing, is you work with 4 people to build courses. You're getting paid to do it. Maybe even take a percentage of the ongoing.
Right.
And helping them continue to market it and update it.
Work with them one-on-one? Is that more what you're recommending?
Get paid to create the course. Like, get paid they're going to make the course in terms of the content. You're going to get paid for the structure to help them figure out what's the structure of the course going to be.
Right.
What's the tools going to be? Are you using Kajabi, using ClickFunnels, are you using whatever? They don't want to deal with that. They don't care about ClickFunnels and Kajabi. You're talking mumbo jumbo to them. Right. Helping them create like the email sequences that's going to go out to their audience to help promote it and market it. And I would ask to get paid to do that and take a percentage of everything that's earned. It's going to be high margin. Like, once it's up, it's up. I mean, that's the beauty of having the course. And you take a percent of everything that gets sold. And I would just take my top guys right now. It's because it's such a pain point right now for people who speak as a limit. They got nothing to do and they don't know what to do. And you're my guy who's going to teach me how to make money right now. If you see an opportunity to help somebody who's already got a budget, as opposed to recruiting a whole bunch of new people who you're trying to get to pay $7. Right. That strategy is a more long-term play. I think you've got just such an opportunity in front of you right now. Even people who don't know you, to be honest. Like, I'd be looking up, who are all the speakers who are supposed to speak at South by that now are gone? Who are the guys who are supposed to speak at whatever other big event was supposed to happen? Look at like New York City canceled events. Look at the Metro Convention Center and see everything that was supposed to happen over the past 3 months that are gone. And look at who the keynotes were, and recognize that a lot of those guys now have nothing to do. Some people are going to, like, they're just writing a new book. But a lot of people have nothing to do. And they reach out, they hear from you, and they say, hey, I want to help you monetize your brand. Like, when I'm helping somebody on YouTube, for example, if they're already a known quantity, if they already have a big brand, they just don't have a YouTube channel, it's so it's easy. Like, people know who you are. Let's just make some content. If nobody knows them, and you have to coach them on how to be a better speaker and how to make a good video, that's a problem. Like, I'm not coaching Tony Robbins on how to be a speaker and how to make a good video. Same thing for a lot of the guys that I end up helping. They're fantastic speakers. They already have a brand. All I'm telling them is how to tweak some things to make a successful YouTube channel. Same thing for you. Like, you don't have to tell some of these top guys most of what you're teaching. They would never be a part of your monthly course because they know all that stuff. Because they're at a level. They're making 5 figures, 6 figures for every speaking gig they're often doing, right? So those guys, like, if you're really good at being able to do that, what is Simon Sinek doing right now? What is Seth Godin doing right now? What are these guys who are speaking? And you could hit different industries, right? I only know like business, thought leadership stuff, but who was speaking at the yoga conference and who was speaking at the
that's true. God, I didn't even think about that. That's true.
Look, just go to the what's the biggest convention hall in New York City and see what events they had. And there's like health events, and there's nutrition events, and there's all sorts of crazy stuff.
Because they're still speakers at the end of the day, and still coaches,
all getting paid. all the sports guys, like what's Shaq doing right now? Shaq needs a course. Shaq's doing Instagram lives. But Shaq gets paid to be on ESPN or whatever. A lot of these sports guys only get paid to sign up to sign autographs, right? Like what's AI doing right now? Right? I mean,
And they're probably paying more attention because, I mean, you're right. They, you know, since there's not a lot to do, they probably are paying more attention to people reaching out to them. Or
look at, like, I mean, A-Rod. What's A-Rod is trying to get into thought leadership right now. I'm trying to think New York. I said AI. I don't know. I don't know if he likes Philly or not. He's a New York guy, so like,
it's all good. Any examples work. Any examples.
but A-Rod's doing Instagram Live almost every day. He's going YouTube. He was doing YouTube, his YouTube show. He's going. Now he's not hurting for money, but he's hurting for like impact. He wants to, like, his playing career is over, and he wants to be the guy now. You're going to help him do that. So,
you know what's great about that?
Yeah.
What's great about that too is that I'm thinking of, like, okay, what celebrities what platforms are really helping celebrities do that? One, you know, Grant Cardone he's been doing the 10X event, bringing out Kevin Hart and bringing out different other celebrities out, and they seem like they really enjoy it. And then also, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Masterclass, right? The Masterclass app, you know, that they take in, you know, everyday actors, actresses, cooks, and everything too. So I think, I think it's a good way to go too.
Well, Kevin Hart, what's he doing? He's not acting. What's he doing right now? I mean, he's on Instagram. He's done a couple Instagram lives of him working out and stuff. But all these guys who normally have crazy schedules are sitting on their hands, bored.
So what would you do? So now I'm curious, how would you reach out or start a conversation with them? Because I mean, I know the back end to creating the funnels. I do my own, all my own funnels. I just brought somebody on to help me, you know, to work with me to level up my ads. But I know how to do that. Courses.
Okay, so you got two routes. You got one, the lowest hanging fruit are the people that you already know, like the 5% of your group who actually might have a budget, and that could get you paid. Maybe not a ton, but can get you paid through this moment and give them a crazy service to help them bulletproof their business, right? The next step up from that is other speakers, like people who make money speaking and now have nothing to do. We like shifted to sports and other things which we can get to, but your next step up is other speakers, right? So look at all the events. These guys don't necessarily have a business, or their entire business is just speaking, and now 80-90% of their company is gone.
Right.
So you don't even have to know them. You just have to look them up, DM them. I would do like video DMs on Instagram. I would email them if they have an email address. I would tweet at them and let them know that here's what you do. I help speakers create courses so that they're not so reliant on speaking income to make a living. If you have any kind of social, like if you sent me that, if that was me, and you sent me that, I would go look at your IG profile or Twitter profile, whatever you sent it to me from, and say, is this guy legit? Like, what is he, right? If you have any kind of content there that seems like, then like, okay, I'll hop on a call. Like, what am I doing right now? But guys who like 3 months ago would be untouchable. Right. They're just way too busy. Now they're not busy. So that's your next lowest hanging fruit. The jump to other celebrities, athletes, musicians, like all the musicians cancel their tour. What they want is not income as much. It's not a money play as much. For the speakers, it is. Like, I just lost 90% of my business. I need to make money somehow into the future, right? So it's financial. For A-Rod, it's more about, I want to make you masterclass. It's the respect. Right? So when I did a top 10 on Floyd Mayweather, he shared it. Oh, wow. To his audience. When I did a top 10 on Tyrese Gibson, he shared it. When I did a top 10 on 50 Cent, he shared it. Why? I don't know these guys. I mean, I'm not homies with 50 Cent and can hook you up and say, go do a masterclass. Right. I made the video as a tribute, but they shared it. Why? Because they want business respect. They want to be seen as not just a baller, not just a rapper, not just a singer. Moguls, right? Like, they see what they see. They see Jay-Z making moves. They see Magic Johnson making moves, and they want to be that guy. Like, why is A-Rod doing this? Because he wants to be, that's his next evolution. They don't want to just sit at home and waste their life, right? Like, they want more meaning. They want to be the mogul. And so you're giving them a path to be the mogul.
And make everything turnkey too, right? Make everything turnkey for them and say, you know, I'll
for that,
set up the systems, and
I'll do an interview with you. We'll figure out the modules, and then we'll come. You need to have a film crew. Like, I'll show up and we'll film it for you. Like, that's a whole. You become their business partner for something like this. I'm gonna show up with my crew. We'll film it. All you have to do is show up to be on camera. And again, you can't film now, but you can do all the planning and prepping and interviews and stuff now, so that you're ready to go once it comes out. That's your long shot. That's not super low hanging fruit. But if you ever had a chance at A-Rod, like, now's the time.
This will be the time, right?
Yeah. Because in 6 months, he's not talking to you anymore, right? So it's still a low chance, but it's way higher than 6 months before or 6 months later. Right. And so I think that's it's appealing to the pride and the ego of, like, I want to turn you into the next XYZ, like somebody they respect in the business world. I want like rappers, you're gonna be I want you to be the next Jay-Z. Athletes, I want you to be the next Magic Johnson.
Like, okay, so make it relevant, to whoever I'm talking to. I want you to be the next.
Like, to be the Magic Johnson and not the AI.
Right.
Because most people end up like being like the AI. They invest in a whole bunch of businesses and the tanks. They don't know anything about entrepreneurship, and then they end up having to play soccer to make money. Like, the number of athletes, pro athletes, who go bankrupt because they don't know how to manage their money is crazy. And then they rely on just signing sports cards and jerseys for the rest of their life just to support themselves. You're giving them a path out. But they want to be the investor. They want to see magic. You know, they want to be like Magic Johnson. I don't know, like, a baseball equivalent for who A-Rod kind of, you know, might look up to or respect, but that kind of thing.
But I got you, Anybody, if it's a sport or whatever the case is, anybody from a business perspective that they respect within their, you know, whatever their sport is, or
and so, like, Instagram is probably your best bet for those people. Video DMs of explaining what you do, especially the people who are going live a lot right now. So Shaq is
because they like
live
being on video. Because they like being on video, so why not?
They don't mind. I mean, being on video, but also, like, they're trying to be relevant right now. They're trying to create. They're not just sitting on their hands. They're trying to make something happen right now. So Shaq is doing it. Man, you know what the home run for you would be? This would be hard to make because he's such a weird duck. But if you get Dame Dash,
oh man, that would be crazy.
Dame is going live like 3 times a day,
all the time.
All the time, and just from his home. You know, on his laptop, just answering questions. Dame is.
That would be. You're right. Dame, I was just on his page yesterday, 2 days ago.
Dame already is the mogul in his head, though, right? Like, Dame already is. So that's not the play to be the mogul, but it's like the next branch of his mogulness. But he's going live every day. I'm trying to think athletes. I mean, I'm not super tapped into the athletic world, but I know Shaq is doing it. Who else have I seen? Even current athletes. I don't know how much of a play there is there, but Serge Ibaka here in Toronto is doing a talent show on his accounts. Steph Curry's gone live a whole bunch of times, and these are like, now you're talking Steph Curry. He's like top of the top and currently an athlete, versus a Shaq who is top but like ex-athlete. Has a little more time on their hands. But yeah, just
but they're great at their craft. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't want to do it, you know, especially if they get the, you know, they get the confidence from me that I can help them be able to do that. Right?
It's the desire to still be relevant. Not everybody necessarily wants that. Who was I thinking of? I just had a football player. I want to say Bledsoe, but maybe I'm just making that up. Anyway,
I get the idea.
There's a Toronto guy. With pit bulls. Legendary baseball pitcher. I forget it. I'm blanking on his name. Not good. I'm striking out. Anyway, he was like, he has no interest in the limelight. He hates Mark Burley. Hates interviews. Doesn't want to be on camera. Doesn't care about legacy. When he retires, just wants to like be by himself and leave me alone. He doesn't care about this kind of stuff. And some people are like that. For them, this pitch is not gonna go over. But for somebody who you see like itching to try to get in, who's trying to be on shows and doing this commentating and showing up on, like, who's calling in to the New York talk shows on sports? Who's going on Breakfast Club? Right. All of those guys, they want relevancy. What former athlete is going on Breakfast Club? Those guys are the ones who, like, they don't like that the spotlight's not on them anymore. And they want it on, and they want to be now my next generation. I'm going to be a mogul. Just watch me. And they have money. Like, I don't know what you're going to charge them to make a thing, but it's not going to be like, it's affordable. It's not going to be normal. Yeah, I got you. Right? Normal. Yeah. So I would take a few swings at that, but I think how you make the your closer guaranteed is, again, you start with your 5%, you make something off of that, and then the speakers is, you should be able to nab somebody, I think, who has a budget and who can make a good course with you. And then once Corona's over, then you can go back to your normal membership program. And I think it's going to be a little bit hard in trying to get people to do live. I think this year, for some reason, like trying to do more like live events and kind of those things, I think it's going to be a little bit tough. I mean, it may go back. I'm sure this show is going to go back to normal at some point. But I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, as long as it's around, it creates an opportunity for you to help them make their business more secure. As long as, I mean, they're talking about baseball games being aired with no fans in the stadiums. They're back to that idea. As long as the players stay in quarantine and then just come out just to play the games, whether or not they, so they're trying to. We're still a ways away before we get to normalcy. But even when things pick up, it's probably going to be a slow pickup, which is all. Once we fully get back to normal, then you go back to your normal business model. But if you snagged a couple people, if you snag A-Rod, now, then dude, you're set. Like, your whole business changes. Your whole model changes. Maybe you don't even care about your $7 into $150 a month anymore. Like, now maybe all you do is work with big names who have a brand and help them monetize their brand in a real way. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I focus on right now. I'm pumped, dude. Man, I'm excited too, man. I'm excited too. I'm gonna do this. I know you will, man. I know you will. He's got the hustle. He's got the hustle in him. Yeah. I'll keep you posted on it, man. And no outreach. So, like, all I care about. Here's what I would do. You look at your Instagram, and all I need to see is a brochure. I don't care about you posting anything new. I wouldn't worry about new content apart from, like, if A-Rod came to your page, or Seth Godin or Simon Sinek or whoever came to your Instagram page. Do you look like my guy? Are you credible? Like, am I going to do a course with this guy? Right. That's what I need to feel. Like, it's a brochure. And then stop. Don't post anything else. You spend all your time doing 50 DMs a day to these people. Video DM. Most of them won't see it because it's gonna be in the request. But I would do a text, because the text will show up, and the video. So, like, I want to help you do this, and then the video. So they'll see the text that shows up in the reply in their DMs. I'm not worried about making content. This isn't like, it's not about using hashtag online course and hope that A-Rod finds your page. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I get it's going to be by DMing him and saying, hey, here's what, right? Yeah. So if you have extra time, then sure, create some content. But this is a hunting game, not a farming game. It's this hunting season. Yeah, man. And you got a time window. Like, you can make this into farming and say, hey, for athletes trying to become a mogul after their career, which is evergreen, which in 5 years will serve you. But, like, you got a unique opportunity right now to go off and bag some whales. So you got to go hunt them down, as opposed to thinking farmer mentality. Yeah. All right, my guy. I am doing this. He's doing it. I'm doing it, folks. I love it. Appreciate you, man. All right. Much love. Thank you. I really appreciate it. We'll talk soon. Yeah, man. Keep us posted. All right. Take care. All right.